The meditation exam had barely begun when Hiroto nodded off. The other students laughed.
Look at the dead last. He can't even stay awake.
Silence! Hiroto, if you fail this exam, you'll never become a shinobi.
But Hiroto was already gone, his consciousness pulled into an ancient trap.
Where am I? This fog, a torii gate.
A massive red torii gate rose from the mist, impossibly ancient. Beyond it, a deep blue void.
So, another inheritor. I am the Toad Sage, bound to this dream for 500 years.
Inheritor? What do you mean? I didn't ask for this.
The dream jutsu activates on its own. You have no choice but to train. Only by mastering Sage Mode can you leave.
500 years. Trapped here? What about my life? My friends?
Your friends will not even notice you are gone. Time here crawls while only a second passes outside. This dream jutsu was carved into your bloodline long ago. It chose you to inherit an ancient legacy.
A legacy? I am just a lazy student who can't even stay awake in class. I can't do this.
Then you will be trapped here forever. The only exit is through mastery. Now your training begins.
The mist dissolved, replaced by a brutal mountain dojo. The Toad Sage pointed at a cliff face.
Climb. No chakra, just your body. When you fall, climb again. You will not stop.
Hours bled together. Hiroto fell, crawled, and fell again. Each time, the sage's voice cut through the pain.
Get up. A shinobi who cannot push through his limits is less than nothing.
It's hopeless. But if I quit now, I'll never see the real world again. I can't let that happen.
With a ragged gasp, Hiroto forced himself upright, legs shaking. The 500-year trial had only just begun. Months blurred into years within the dream. Hiroto's body grew lean and hard, but Sage Mode remained a distant fog.
Why can't I get it? Every punch feels heavy, like the air itself is fighting me.
You rely too much on your own chakra. True strength flows from nature itself. Feel the energy around you.
Nature energy. I can't even sense it. Every time I try, it burns inside me.
Then you will never leave. The coming darkness will swallow everything, and you will be powerless to stop it.
What darkness? You keep hinting at some great threat, but you never explain. Why won't you tell me the truth?
Because knowing would break you. You are not ready. Rest now. We begin again at dawn.
Not ready. He's been saying that for years. What if I am never ready? What if this is just a cage?
But each morning, the sage pushed him harder. The lessons blurred into a single endless demand for perfection.
Master, what is Sage Mode really for? Is it just to escape this dream, or is there something more?
Sage Mode is a shield, but the enemy's name is poison you are not ready to swallow.
Years passed. Hiroto mastered the toad summoning, calling forth a giant warrior toad.
Good. Now, learn the sage art, Amphibian's Breath. It lets you vanish into the world's energy.
I can feel it, the flow of nature, but it's like water through my fingers.
But Sage Mode remained elusive. Desperate, Hiroto searched the sage's hidden scrolls for a breakthrough. A scroll stamped with the mark of the first sage sat untouched for centuries.
Don't touch that. Those forbidden teachings will destroy you. You don't understand what you are meddling with.
Then make me understand. Who was the first sage? Why is every truth locked away?
Because some truths are blades. They cut deepest when you are still too weak to hold them.
Then I'll get stronger. I'll tear every secret from this dream if I have to. Just watch me.
Decades more vanished into the dream. Hiroto was now a master, defeating phantom armies effortlessly. But Sage Mode eluded him.
I can feel its edge whispering to me. Why won't this last piece fall into place?
Meanwhile, the toad sage grew more spectral with each passing year. His voice carried an echo of exhaustion.
Master, your body. It's like looking through smoke. Please, let me help.
There is no helping this child. The 500-year cycle reaches its end. Save your strength for what comes next.
During a combat drill, the sage's legs gave out. He collapsed in a heap, his form flashing dangerously.
No, Master, I can carry you. Show me where to go.
The sealed chamber beneath the Torii. My true self waits there.
Hiroto rushed through the mist, the sage light as paper in his arms. He burst into a crystal-lit cavern, where a perfectly preserved body lay frozen in time.
This is you. The real you. Frozen for centuries. There must be a way to stop this. What aren't you telling me?
I am not a mere toad sage. I am the first sage sealed in this dream for 500 years.
The first sage, the legend. But why? Who did this to you?
A flash of the past. The first sage forming a desperate seal as a shadowy figure watched, imprisoning himself to protect the world.
I sealed my own soul to stop the darkness from claiming my power, but it required a pure-hearted successor. You, Hiroto, your heart is untainted by ambition. That is why the Dream Jutsu chose you.
I am nobody. A lazy student who fell asleep in class. Why me?
Because you never craved power. My last apprentice hungered for it, and that hunger shattered nations. Now, take my final gift. All my knowledge, my strength. Free me, and become the next first sage.
I can't let you go, but if this is your final wish, I'll carry your will. I promise.
Their hands met. A golden flood of centuries-old wisdom poured into Hiroto's soul, and the final lesson began. A river of memories surged through him. The first sage's youth, his battles, a golden age of shinobi. But one memory burned brightest. A young apprentice with hungry eyes, mastering every technique the sage taught. That apprentice stole a forbidden scroll at midnight, his face twisted with greed. He used its power to seal the first sage, claiming the title of Kage. The betrayal shattered the world.
That is my shame, Hiroto. The Kage was my student, and he will sense this power the moment you wake.
The Kage is your old apprentice. Then, he's been waiting centuries for this moment.
The sage smiled, his form finally releasing into golden dust. His last whisper echoed as he dissolved.
Master, I won't let your sacrifice be in vain. I'll stop him, I swear it.
The dream world cracked, the Torii gate split, and the sky shattered like glass. Hiroto braced himself as the ground gave way, pulling him back toward reality. The 500-year trial was over. Hiroto's eyes snapped open. Orange sage markings ignited across his face like old battle scars coming alive.
Hiroto, what is that burning energy? Your face, that's the mark of the first sage.
I fell asleep for a second, but inside the dream, 500 years passed.
He extended a hand. A courtyard boulder levitated, as if weightless, wrapped in raw nature power.
This can't be. The dead last just lifted a boulder without a hand sign. What happened to him?
The class erupted. Some fled, others drew weapons, but all stared at Hiroto with a mix of awe and terror.
That technique. Only the first sage could do that. What have you become?
I am still Hiroto, but I carry his legacy now. And I am warning you, a monster is coming.
Outside, the sky blackened unnaturally. An ancient, malevolent chakra rolled over the academy like a tidal wave.
The Kage, the one who murdered the first sage, he's already here.
The academy shook as a cloaked figure descended onto the rooftop, his dark aura freezing the air.
So the old fool finally found a successor. I waited centuries for that power, and now you wear it like cheap armor. Give me the first sage's legacy, and I let you live as my servant. Refuse, and I'll carve it from your corpse.
You murdered him. I'd sooner die than hand you his gift. I won't betray him like you did.
Then die like him. Weak, alone, and forgotten. Your defiance changes nothing.
He was stronger than you'll ever be, and I'll prove it. His spirit lives in me.
The Kage's chakra erupted. A dark storm swallowed the rooftop, and students collapsed under its weight. But Hiroto's sage markings blazed brighter. A barrier of nature energy pushed back the oppressive darkness.
Impudent child, let us see if 5 centuries of training can match my decades of carnage.
Hiroto readied his stance, nature energy howling like 1,000 spirits. The standoff held the world breathless. The Kage lunged first, a blade of shadow cutting reality. Hiroto answered with a toad spirit that shattered the rooftop.
You think that old beast's tricks can save you? I've destroyed greater summons than this.
But Hiroto's eyes blazed full amber. He tapped into the first sage's forbidden rage, a technique meant to be lost forever.
This is for him. For every century he waited in silence.
Nature energy condensed into a spear of pure judgment. It pierced the Kage's shadow barrier and tore through his cloak.
Impossible. That technique was sealed with him. You've become more than a vessel. You are the reincarnation.
The Kage stumbled back, his wide straw hat tumbling to the broken ground. In an instant, he dissolved into black smoke.
This isn't over, boy. I will carve that power from your bones when next we meet.
He escaped, but I wounded him. The sage's legacy wasn't just knowledge, it was a weapon.
Hiroto stood alone on the ruined rooftop, sage markings gentle now. But the shadow of the Kage still hung over the academy. Taro and the instructor climbed the broken stairs to the rooftop. Their eyes held fear and desperate hope.
Hiroto, I am sorry. I was a coward. Please, teach me. Show me how to be strong enough to protect others.
Stand up. I can't be the first sage alone. If you are willing, we'll face that darkness together.
The academy is yours. We follow the first sage. Lead us, and we will rebuild stronger.
None of this feels real. 500 years of training, and now the weight of a legacy on my shoulders.
A familiar warmth touched the air. The sage's spirit shimmered beside Hiroto, smiling with ancient pride.
You have freed me, Hiroto. You are the true successor. But the Kage will return. Trust in what I gave you.
I won't fail you, Master. I'll make sure your sacrifice wasn't in vain. Rest now.
The spirit dissolved into golden dust, leaving Hiroto alone with the sunrise. The academy below stirred with new purpose. A shadow still stirred on the horizon. But Hiroto, the strongest shinobi who ever lived, was ready to face it. Years before the sage's collapse, Hiroto stumbled on a hidden scroll deep in the dream library.
Sage art, soul eruption. It promises immediate mastery. But the price is a piece of your own soul.
He practiced in secret. A dark amber aura flared from his body, far stronger than any technique he knew.
Stop! That technique was sealed for a reason. You are tearing open a door that cannot be closed.
I don't care about a sealed door. I am trapped. Without this power, I'll never leave.
You are a fool. That power will consume you, just as it did my last student. Is that the legacy you want?
His last student, the one who became the Kage, did this technique create that monster, Master? I am sorry. I just wanted to be strong enough to escape. I never wanted this.
I know, child, but strength without wisdom is a weapon you'll stab yourself with. Rise, we start again.
From that day, Hiroto buried the forbidden scroll deep, but the memory of its power never truly left him. The toad sage led Hiroto to the waterfall for a purification ritual.
You carry darkness from your mistake. To balance nature, you must face your own shadow in combat.
Hiroto entered a deep trance. his mind plummeting into a dark reflection of the training ground.
You are still the dead last. Too lazy, too scared. You'll never escape this cage. It's right. I've been fighting myself all along. That's why Sage Mode rejects me.
The shadow attacked with all of Hiroto's repressed fury. Blow for blow, they tore at each other.
I am not running anymore. You are a part of me, but you don't define me. I accept you.
The shadow froze, then shattered into golden light. Hiroto's sage markings flickered, steadier than ever.
Well done. You have purified your spirit. The final step to Sage Mode is now open to you.
Hiroto opened his eyes, the waterfall's roar feeling like a heartbeat. The bond with the sage was restored. One evening, as the dream sky deepened, the Toad Sage spoke of a tragedy, older than the dream itself.
There have been many Kages throughout history. Most were guardians. Some became tyrants drunk on power.
What turned them? Why would anyone abuse such a gift?
Fear, greed, ambition. The worst was a student of the sage arts who corrupted the very nature energy we revere.
Who was he? Is he still alive?
That knowledge is a poison, Hiroto. You must be ready to face it, and him, before I speak his name.
Then I'll double my training. I won't let the past repeat itself.
Good, but remember, the strongest shinobi are those who understand why they fight, not just how.
He's guarding a secret that terrifies him. Whatever this Kage did, it broke something in the sage. I need to know.
But the sage fell silent, and the weight of unspoken history hung between them like a blade. Days melted into decades of silent training. Then, at the edge of the waterfall, Hiroto felt it, the perfect alignment.
This is it. The balance between my chakra and the world's energy. I can hold it.
His hands moved through the ancient signs, and the world exhaled. Orange sage markings seared into his skin. Permanent and true. Sage Mode, complete. For the first time in 500 years, Hiroto was exactly where he needed to be.
You did it, Hiroto. That is the Sage Mode of the first Sage reborn.
Master, you are almost gone. After everything, you are still fading.
This was always the price. To fully inherit the legacy, you must accept my remaining life force. Only then can my spirit rest.
Accept your life force. You mean I have to? Let you die? There has to be another way.
I have been dead for 500 years, child. This is release, not death. Take my final gift and set us both free.
Hiroto stood frozen, the weight of 5 centuries pressing on his chest. The choice was his, and it was impossible.
I won't let you suffer any longer. I accept your gift, Master.
Thank you, Hiroto. Now see the face of your enemy. Remember it.
Their hands clasped, and the sage's remaining life force surged into Hiroto, a tide of golden light that swallowed the world.
He was like a son to me. His name is lost, but his title endures, the Kage. Do not underestimate him.
A final vision seared into Hiroto's mind. The Kage's scarred face, eyes burning with centuries of obsession and malice.
He has waited 500 years for this power. Protect it with your life. The scroll will guide you.
The sage's form dissolved into a final burst of light. The dream world screamed, and the sky split open.
Goodbye, Master. I'll make sure your sacrifice wasn't in vain.
The Torii gate shattered, the mountain crumbled to dust, and the void swallowed everything. Hiroto plummeted upward, the sage's final scroll pressed against his heart, as the very fabric of the dream tore apart. Hiroto glanced down. The sage's scroll was clutched in his hand, real as stone. He unrolled it with trembling fingers.
This is his final message. The sage's last words, written across centuries.
To my true successor, the one who calls himself Kage, was once my most gifted student. His hunger for power corrupted him. He will sense the awakening. He has waited 500 years for this power. Do not let him take it. He wears a straw hat to hide the scar I gave him on the day he sealed me.
Is that a scroll? How did you? That symbol? It's the same as the first sage's mark.
The Kage isn't just a tyrant. He was the first sage's apprentice. He murdered his own master.
By the gods. Then he's no ordinary Kage. He's a sage killer. That's why he can sense you.
The scroll crumbled to golden dust. Its purpose fulfilled. A final image flickered. The straw hat, the hidden scar.
The hat I saw in my vision. A scar beneath it. He's already here. There's no time to explain.
A monstrous chakra crushed down on the academy. The windows shattered, and the door burst open to black smoke. The black smoke wailed, then recoiled as if yanked by an invisible hand. It left behind a scarred room and a terrifying silence.
That was a warning. His chakra has already marked this place. I need to see how close he is.
Alone in the night, Hiroto meditated. His senses stretched beyond the village, following the trail of corruption. A vision struck, a black fortress hidden in mountains of ash, its walls pulsing with the first sage's stolen energy. An army of masked shinobi gathered before the Kage, their chakra warped into mindless obedience. Beyond them, a ravaged battlefield of black rock and rivers of fire stretched under a bleeding sky.
He's not coming alone. He's bringing an army. And his chakra is already moving toward the village. Fast.
He saw the Kage's location in a flash, 2 days away, but moving at a shinobi's pace. Time was shorter than anyone knew.
By dawn tomorrow, he'll be at the gates. I have to warn the others. This isn't a duel, it's war.
He looked toward the horizon where darkness gathered. The sage's final gift would soon be tested. At dawn, the courtyard stones cracked as the Kage descended, his straw hat casting a long shadow.
The old fool's ghost still clings to you. Boy, I can smell his weakness on your chakra.
You speak of weakness, but you are the one who had to murder him from behind. Face me, coward.
I offered him power. He was too blind to take it. But you could join me. Together, we'd rule.
I'd rather die 1,000 deaths than stand with a traitor. The first sage taught me what real strength is.
Then die, ignorant. Let me show you the power that devoured your master.
Dark energy erupted, warping the air around him. The Kage drew a blade forged from stolen nature chakra.
I am not the lazy student you think I am. 500 years of training aren't wasted on me.
We shall see. I've waited centuries for this. I'll savor tearing that sage mode from your corpse.
Hiroto settled into his stance, the sage's teachings humming through his veins. The first move was imminent. The Kage's dark blade met Hiroto's nature-infused fist. A shockwave tore the courtyard apart, shattering stone and ancient walls.
He's too fast. I need an opening. Maybe the forbidden power can break through.
Hiroto summoned the great toad spirit. It crashed against the Kage's shadow tendrils, buying him a precious second.
You fight like an insect. The sage's power is wasted on a child who mimics his dead master.
Desperate, Hiroto remembered the forbidden scroll. Soul eruption. A dark amber aura erupted from his body. The sage markings blackened at the edges. His eyes burned with a consumed, dangerous light. With a roar, he shattered the Kage's guard. His fist connected with the hat, blasting it to shreds.
That face, the scar the sage gave you. You are the reincarnation of my greatest failure.
Enraged, the Kage gathered his dark chakra for a final, world-shattering technique. But Hiroto didn't flinch. The clash consumed everything. As the Kage vanished into smoke, his voice echoed, "Next time, I'll feast on your soul." The smoke cleared, and the academy slowly came alive with the sound of survivors rebuilding. Taro and the other students approached Hiroto, who stood quietly among the ruin.
Hiroto, we were useless. Teach us. We don't want to be victims.
He'll return, but I'll teach you what the first sage taught me. You'll stand with me next time.
Later, he pressed his hand to a broken wall, feeling the lingering warmth of the sage's spirit. In the silence, the sage's last words surfaced. Trust in what I gave you.
I will, Master. I'll end this war you sacrificed everything to stop.
Then he turned to the clearing sky. Somewhere beyond the mountains, the Kage was licking his wounds, but for the first time, the academy felt like more than a school. It felt like a home worth protecting. Hiroto looked toward the horizon, sage markings soft, eyes unyielding. The strongest shinobi who ever lived was just getting started. Night fell, and Hiroto stood atop the repaired academy rooftop, alone under the stars. A familiar warmth shimmered beside him. The toad sage's spirit flickered into view, smiling with ancient pride.
You've grown, Hiroto. The legacy is truly yours now.
I'll protect what you left behind. Not just the power, but the hope you believed in.
The sage nodded, his form growing fainter, scattering into a gentle shower of golden dust. Then, only the quiet night and a young sage stood on the roof. More than alone, he was complete. He turned his gaze to the horizon, where the sky remained bruised with gathering clouds. Somewhere in that darkness, the Kage was rebuilding his army, his scarred face burning with obsession. But Hiroto did not flinch. The true battle had not yet begun, and the world still needed its strongest defender. The camera pulled back over the academy, over the village, toward the waiting darkness. The strongest shinobi who ever lived stood ready.